1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
And I'm just saying this, forget that. I'm going back to Tony Dems 813, who originally said that we suck monkey balls. All we ever try to do is make you happy. Does anybody else do a simulcast? You can't prepare for it. You don't know what it's going to be.
Right.
We're attempting.
We experiment. We do our best. We try to bring you something new and refreshing. And we get sucking monkey balls.
This is why I cannot stand the message board people. They sit behind the keyboard and their little computer, and they feel like they can just type whatever they want, no matter how vindictive or hurtful or whatever.
Wait a minute, Billy. Don't panic. The guy says...
I'm hurt. I agree with Billy.
Now, Tony Dems 813, all he tried to say is he didn't like the whole show last night. Why do you use that to attack the message board?
It's because, Ron, it's like everyone has an opinion. They attack me personally on there all the time. It's like, you know what? Stay out of my personal life. Stay out of what I like to do. No one gave me a chance in the last fight, and now everyone's like, oh, great fight, Staples, great fight. Everyone else is saying I'm going to get my ass kicked before the fight. Not one person. The heckler's giving odds against me all across the board, damn it.
I know, I took those.
You know, and then it's like no one's sticking up for you. And then you got this Taz guy. He says nothing Billy ever does is funny. Then he walks in here and right in my face, hey, Staples, how are you? You know, it's like, you know, you don't think I'm funny? Say it to my face.
Here's the situation.
Do the Taz laugh again. That's what I'd like to hear.
How you doing, Staples?
All right, first of all, Tony Dems 813 is not even from the message board. So why attack the whole message board? You mean anybody who IMs you now think is in the message board?
Well, it's very possible. I mean, most of them
And the message board actually got set up for people who like the show.
Then they shouldn't criticize it. Or us on it, you know? Because, you know, I have feelings. I'm human.
Billy, you
are not. Listen to this. Yeah, he's human.
That's Yeti talk.
All right, AG just wrote to you. You know who that is, right? Anthony. He just wrote, whine, bitch, bitch.
Wow.
Get in the ring, bitch, bitch.
All right, Sheep Lover just wrote, Billy's asking for a tire slashing.
Good one, Sheep Lover.
Yeah, Sheep Lover is actually, I heard him get on O&A today, too. He's the new Dan from Hoboken. There's no doubt about it. Dan's days are over, and Sheep Lover is the new flavor of the month.
Sheep Lover's on his way.
But... Billy, I don't know if anybody said anything to hurt your feelings. What? Because they didn't pick you?
What are you so mad about with the message board?
Well, every time I go on there, it's like, you know, oh, Staples, he shouldn't drink, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that, he should work on his marriage, he should, you know. It's
All right, come on over here. I want you to see this, what AG wrote.
Uh-oh.
He just wrote, suck my C. Bitch, bitch.
Wow.
They're your fans, Billy. That's your fans out there.
And I love them all.
All right, here's the thing. If you get your balls busted on ronfez.net, why go there and read it all the time?
I know. Isn't it just annoying? I would avoid it.
Well, you know, the point is, it's like there are positive things there about the show once in a while, but I'm just talking about the stuff about me personally. You know, it's always easy. They're very tough when they're behind on a keyboard. Anybody can be tough on a keyboard.
You're talking about AG again?
Yeah, AG had the chance to stand up to Paranoid, and who had to walk in and take over for him?
Well, you did.
He'll back out like he did the last time.
So here's the situation, Billy. And actually... A lot of the people from ronfez.net are the same people who we party with all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
most of those people we gave VIP tickets to. Didn't we give it out to Jeff and let him pick out who would get the VIP thing?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, these are people that like the show or, you know, parts of the show. Mm-hmm. Obviously not the monkey bull-sucking bits we get ourselves involved in from time to time. But, you know, here's the other deal. Yes, sometimes it's actually not going to be a great 20 hours of radio a week. Please understand that.
Can we have a half hour to ourselves?
From time to time.
Where we just try something, we go out on that limb for you?
I'm just tired of all the personal crap. You know,
what personal crap happened to you?
Ron, you don't read? Do you read the message boards? It's sometimes what they say with all the comments.
You know, I use... to go to the parts that say show feedback. And I'll admit that the message board has very little to do with our show, so I don't always go there. But I do realize that the people who do go there like the show, and we met all these great chicks who go there, you know?
Right.
It's where we met F.Me. and a lot of those people.
Oh, the girls are great. It's the guys who are judgmental phonies.
Judgmental phonies.
It's like, you know, you read this thing, Billy sucks. You know, that's pretty, you read down, what are you supposed to think? Billy sucks. He doesn't put me on the air. Well, you know what? Have something good to say and important to say, and
Why
you'll get
are you
on
angry?
the air.
Why do you
furious.
go from nowhere? You went from nothing to anger.
Now they're going to post Billy's angry. Do you want that?
I know. Don't go there tonight. I'd recommend.
You know, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. They're different online than when you meet them in person. And it's like, they'll laugh in your face, love you to your face, and it's like, clicking away. It's like, oh, he sucks. He's horrible. He's unfunny. He's a loser. He's a drunk. He's an alcoholic. He can't keep his marriage together. You know what? Screw it.
Oh, that was some things I posted. I'm sorry.
That's the stuff we say to you on the show, though.
So this is the show.
All right, here you go. Napster says it's true. Yesterday was a little out of character for you guys. Lucky the show was so effing funny, and it saved you. That was a bit yesterday, Napster. Thanks for being one of the marks. And then he writes, tell Billy to go die with a bottle in his hand.
Aww.
See, this is it. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Are those the kind of comments that hurt?
No one has ever walked up to me at any of the parties or bar crawls or anything. Hey, Staples, go die with a bottle in your hand.
Al told me the same thing. He said to me, I thought all these people hated me. Then I met them at places, and they all acted like they liked me. But a lot of you guys don't forget. Who are some of the ones that bitch about you the most?
Oh, Rishi, AG, the Seven, whatever.
So you actually remember their names?
Are you naming online members or wrestlers?
No, these are screen names from ronfest.net, actually.
I could have sworn you yelled Rikishi.
No, Rishi.
Let me see here.
I came here to drink myself to death.
That's Billy.
WNEW.
At the bar crawl. All right, hold on. We got to take a break here, and we'll be right back. 877-692-1027. I like some of the message board people.
Oh, you're too rough.
Oh, her anyway.
Right.
Oh, you're too rough.
Where's the moan in that? There you go. 877-692-1027 is the Ron Fez Show.
N-E-W. We're taking over the world in the morning. Sports guys, you know how that goes, right? Oh, I love Don and Mike. Boozing and setting Pharrell up with chicks. O&A, they break stuff and try to get me killed in other cities. Ron and Fez, they got freaks coming out of the woodworks. They're beautiful.
1027 WNEW.
All right, Billy has gone through a rant. Some people have emailed me some stuff, Billy, even friends of ours like Billy. He says it's not cool how he badmouthed the board. If it wasn't for the board, I wouldn't have met you guys. That's very true.
That's nice.
Also, ronfez.net, set up by Carter and Jeff. We put a lot of work into this, Fez. And it's for people who want to talk about the show most of the time. The only reason I don't read the board all that much is because it's rarely about the show. It's about, those people get into different stuff, which actually I think it's very, very cool that they did. And we've met a lot of good friends off there.
And if if they're on the board and they make their own little online community, that's fine. That's what those things are for.
Although, Fezzy, sometimes they say things that piss you off. What are you going to do about it? Now, Joe, you said when you first joined the show, they busted you pretty good?
Yeah, well, there was a good 95% of the people that were nice. And then there's the 5% who are just awful human beings.
And didn't care for the Pooh Man.
No, really awful personal stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a small percentage. Most of them are nice.
Why are you getting so mad, Billy? Why is something always making you angry?
I'm on a short fuse lately, but anything they write about the show, it's always negative. They rip Al unmercifully.
What do you care?
Rip Joe. Well,
we rip Al
unmercifully.
The
show, yeah, but you guys are, on the show. This is part of, that Al does the stuff here. They rip me, they rip Joe. It's like they never have anything nice to write, it seems like.
What do you want them to write? Nice Billy stuff?
Yeah, that would be nice once in a while, but you know what? It's not going to happen. Sure. It's not going to happen. Sure. And the leader of them all, the Horde King with the psychobabble calling up all the time. He's like, no wonder he's the king. You know, he's like, he calls up.
First of all, can I tell you something right now?
What?
Before you get into crying stuff, I'm going to stop you because I consider the Horde King as one of the real friends of this show and has helped Fez and I with some, sometimes when our listener has a problem. The Horde King will be there for him. So I'm going to stop you there, Billy, if you don't mind.
And to be fair to the Horde King, Billy, Horde King has always asked you, if you want to talk off the air about any situation you're in, he's always willing to listen.
Yeah, I'm going to go to somebody with a degree first.
Why be mean? Where does that get you?
He offered you his help.
Who asked him? Did I go asking anybody for help? No. When I want help, I'll go to a,
All right. I'm asking you to shut up now. Hey, Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah. What can we do for you?
Hey, listen, Billy, I enjoy you, but, it's almost like when people are, 20 rows up in the stands or whatever at a baseball or a hockey game. Of course, they're going to boo and say things they wouldn't say if they met that guy face to face. It's like your public persona and your private one, and sometimes the line blurs, man. You just got to chill and let him
rant.
Who cares?
Write it out, Billy.
Right, you're Jeter.
Big deal? Here's something for you, Billy. Don't read the message board, especially if it's about you.
No, it's like crack, Ronnie. It's like one. It's like.
So you're telling me you're a crackhead, which is basically what the Horde King tried to explain to you that day.
No,
that you have problems.
Billy actually
with your addictive stuff that aren't good for you.
I don't need someone else to tell me what my problems are, Ronnie.
I'll tell you.
I'm well aware of what my problems are.
Billy actually wrote crackhead in his employment history on his application to work here.
No, that's not going to get you a job.
All right, hold on. Billy, let me just say this in defense of everybody who thinks you don't have a problem.
One isolated incident.
Only you and dying calves make those sounds.
Hey, Bruce, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, Billy, man, seriously, you got to realize that, if you're on a computer, you're going to be getting hit. You just got to stop complaining about it, man.
Just stop the personal attacks. It's not right.
Man, wow, my pussy hurts, dude. I mean, seriously. Come on, bro. I mean, you got to realize that there's some jerks out there.
You know what? I just like one of these jerks to stand up for once. They had the chance before when people were putting them down. No one stood up, and I had to stick in and go out and fight that Perinoid guy, right?
No one. The guy that you say that you stuck up told you to suck his seat tonight.
I know.
Where does that? Bitch. And I'm glad.
Where does that come from, Bill?
It's unprovoked hostility. There's absolutely no reason for it, but it's easy through anonymity. You can sit there and type away, this sucks, this guy sucks, he's unfunny, that's monkey ball, that sucked monkey balls, you know what? But put him right here in front of us is like...
Oh, yeah, that's the one guy who said, our simulcast last night, sucked monkey balls, and Billy's been into a rant ever since.
That just said, I guess that was the last straw.
I take it personally when they say things bad about the show, about me.
Well, instead of taking it personally, why don't you try to help the show every once in a while, Bill? Instead of dragging it down like you are tonight, you're like an anchor around my neck. Hey, Pete, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Pete.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. Billy, I mean, all you do is complain every time you're on the radio.
And let me tell you something else, Billy. I'm a strong singer. A swimmer, but I can't do it with an anchor around my neck. How about be a flotation device?
You there?
So what do you say to this, Billy?
You know what?
Every time you're on the radio, you're bitching.
It's not whining. It's not bitching. It's called being honest. It's called letting my feelings be known. I'm not a phony person. I'm not a phony person.
Yes, you are.
The message board's being honest, and you're upset.
So Billy, you're saying...
Wait a minute, Joe's got a good point. They're saying they honestly don't think that you're funny.
Ronnie, they're not honest because they say that. Then when they meet you face to face, it's a completely different story.
All right, who's somebody who said something mean about you?
Online and then was nice to you in person.
Taz is the perfect example. Taz, I remember reading something a while ago. I don't think anything Billy has ever done is funny. Then it's here.
That's true.
I know. I had to read that to you because you forgot your glasses that day.
And then it's like in person, it's like, hey, can I come up to the lights out party?
He's Goofy now from Disney.
He does not sound like Goofy.
All right.
And Billy's the rudest person on the phone.
What happens when Billy's on the phone?
Once you say something, he hangs up on you. He just hangs up on you all the time.
I swear, one night from in here, I'm just going to dial our phone number and see what happens to me.
That's funny.
Hey, it says beep.
Click.
And you get more funny callers when Billy's in the studio and someone else is answering the phone.
All right, yeah, you got through it tonight, big man. Thanks. Really. On Billy's defense, I will say this: there's like 15 lines here. You know. So what are you going to do about that?
And right now we got a guy with a phone in one hand and Tic Tacs in the other taking your calls. So please enjoy.
He can't believe he's actually working.
He's in the weeds.
God, we got the worst staff of all time. Write that up. Ron and Fez, worst staff.
Make that a topic heading.
All right, Billy.
What?
The message, I'm reading you an instant feedback.
There's nothing rhetorical with him.
Billy, the message board is a bunch of computer geek nerds. Ignore them. That's from the mad producer.
Oh, this is where I'm drawing my support from.
Who is right behind you in popularity on the board.
Billy, why not make up your own message board? Nice stuff about Billy.
That wouldn't be bad if somebody wants to start it up. I'd read in a heartbeat. But you know what? There's no need.
You would? Would you contribute?
Probably. You know, I'd put in a word or two, say thank you for the nice comments and stuff. I don't even post over there anymore.
You used to post?
Once in a while.
Yeah, here's one of your posts. Let me read it. You must have been drunk that night.
How do you spell that?
A lot of A's.
877-692-1027.
Here is the Horde King. Horde King, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, hey, guys.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Billy, I'm really surprised. Where's all this hostility coming from?
Where does it come from?
It comes from being Billy. It's there. You know, I see it, I read it, I feel it. You know, if you cut me, do I not bleed?
Well,
I'd love to. I'd love to find out.
What is that from?
Billy, you're focusing on a small percentage of people who have negative comments to say. And you know what? There are always going to be people who have negative comments. No matter what you're doing or what your profession or experience or whatever, there will always be people who are not happy with you.
Horde King, you're wise. Billy feels, I guess this is what I'm getting from him, that people are saying one thing about him online, and then when they call the show or stop by the studio, they're completely different people, and he's tired of the phoniness.
All right, hold on. Taz just wrote in, was Billy like me to be a complete a-hole to him in person? That shouldn't be a problem. I'm trying to be nice to him.
No, you're trying to be phony. It's just like, you know what? It's one thing to be nice, and it's one thing to be phony, just to get up here and to partake in the festivities that go on.
He feels betrayed because people come in here and they're nice to his face, and they immediately go back, according to him, and write mean stuff.
I don't think people are trying to be duplicitous. I think that occasionally there'll be a comment made on the air or a joke that falls flat or a song parody that's not good, and people post on that instant what they're thinking. When they come to the studio, they're not pissed off for whatever reason, and they treat you the way that anyone should be treated. It's not a question of being phony. It's a question of the computer giving access to people to vent themselves, to express their emotions on a real-time basis, and people do it.
Why can't they have those real-time emotions in real time? I mean, why is that so difficult?
What the hell are you saying, Billy?
It's Watching Billy, the new show on NBC.
Well, Billy, when people are pissed and they have a computer in front of them, they get on and they say, I'm pissed because, or I'm pissed at, fill in the blank. And when they come and meet you in person, they don't happen to be pissed off at the time.
Billy says it's going the opposite way. They meet him, they're nice to him, then go back and say things behind his back.
I thought about that, but that's not necessarily the case. There are a lot of times where comments have been made previously, and when they meet Billy, people come back and say, hey, Billy's okay, or he's a nice guy.
So you're saying Billy's got what's coming to him?
No, I'm saying that Billy's got what's coming to him.
Maybe sometimes if you act better in person yourself than you are right now, Billy.
I act very nice.
That's true.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying right here, right now, you're acting like an animal.
I'm being honest. I mean, I'm tired of reading all the crap sometimes. You know what, Ron? Everyone has a breaking point.
And you're always wanting to box the Horde King.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
Horde King cannot box. He has a bad back.
No,
you know that.
I've got staples, for God's sake, and I'm overweight.
All right, have you noticed this?
It's a physical impossibility for me to do that. But my main question there is that you said when you announced that you wanted to box me, was that I was coming to Paranoid's defense and I was against you and all the other people on the board, but that wasn't the case. When I called in, I explained that Paranoid, when he first apologized, before you made the comments that got him calling in again and being all pissed, had taken the high road by saying, hey, I was wrong, and I admit I'm wrong.
Yeah, but let's deal at the moment, at the time. At the time, though, it was a different story. Sure, now it's ancient history. He called up, I accepted his apology.
No. When Billy, right after the New Year's thing, when the whole incident happened, Perry acknowledged that he did something wrong, and you were called in, and you basically tore him to shreds. Then Perry called back, and he said, I take back everything I said, if that's the way you're going to react.
He was a classy guy. He was the anti-Al.
And, the fight ensued.
Yeah. You know what? I would just like somebody to stand up for themselves instead of just standing behind a keyboard. You know what? If somebody actually does have a problem or something, you know what?
Horde King, have we created a monster? Now he thinks fighting is the only solution.
Because he wants to fight.
Well, I could argue, Billy, that hiding, as you put it, behind a keyboard is really the best way to interact because you don't have to worry about fear of physical violence in order to allow yourself to express your opinion.
So it's a good place for pussies.
All right, Billy. What he's saying is this. I mean, people could say, hey, Ron and Fez are hiding behind radio microphones. We're not actually, this isn't exactly like we're in people's homes saying these things.
Right.
It's completely different.
We're not stopping by everyone's house.
It's the same situation.
You guys are professional entertainers. There's a big difference.
Yeah, but most of people, even comics that do jokes, would not do it if that person was sitting there. Did you ever see how Leno or Letterman acts when George Bush or Bill Clinton actually come to their studio? They kiss ass.
When Mayor Giuliani was on Leno a couple of weeks ago, he got called a great American, where a year ago he got called a fascist.
All right, Horde King.
Okay. Hey, Billy, just remember, not everyone is out to get you. There are plenty of people who consider themselves your friend and who consider yourself a good guy. I am one of them.
Horde King
I'm one of the people out to get him, Horde King.
Horde King, is the offer to Billy just to talk with you sometime still open?
It's an open offer anytime he or anyone else
That is so benevolent and nice.
We'll talk in the ring.
Shut up.
Well, we can have a sword fight with canes if you like.
Yeah.
But,
you're a real tough guy, Billy.
Mulder already promised to get me one with a sword tip at the end, so I don't know if you'd really want to do that.
All right, Horde King. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Who could be nicer than the Horde King?
Nobody.
All right. Sweet Melissa actually said this. Sent this to us on the email. These are the most recent discussions on ronfez.net. Is Billy funny? Poor Billy boy. And I am an alcoholic hack comic.
It sounds like the Jeopardy categories to choose from. I'll take hack alcoholic comic for $500, Alex. Thank you.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back with more about Billy on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. Frequency 1027 WNEW.
The latest Billy breakdown going on in front of us, Fez.
Again.
This time, Billy's problem is with people on ronfez.net, a message board of people who listen to the show.
So you think, what could possibly be the problem?
Listen to the show. Just don't post bad things about me or the people on it. There's no need for it. You're fans of the show. Enjoy the show. It couldn't
and don't
be
have any opinion of that. I like the show and everyone on it.
Yeah, but you don't have to get really negative and get personal.
What did they say that made you so angry that you read online? And why do you keep reading it?
Give us one example of something that just infuriated you.
It's my whole alcohol situation. You know what? Stay
Billy drinks around the house.
It has...
Don't mind him. He just drunk.
That's Billy, get the hell out of here.
You know,
all right, Bill, you play all those things, and then you wonder why people say it.
And you think, maybe he does have a problem.
Yeah, but it's nobody's business but mine. Plain and simple. Nobody's business.
Billy, your life is on the message board.
Billy. All right, Al comes running in here now like a...
What, Al Dukes?
I just want to agree with Billy on that point of the message board people.
What point is that? You're an alcoholic too?
No, that they come in and they love you, and then they walk out the room, go to their homes, and go right to the message board. Al Duke sucks. He should be fired. The same people that 15 minutes ago.
If they're just saying Al Duke sucks, Billy sucks, why are you so upset?
Because
Al, I'm going to say something to you. You suck.
And you should be fired.
Now that's to my face, but they're nice to me.
So you want them to say to your face, you suck and you should be fired. Because you do suck and you should be fired.
No, but don't be a phony to me, to my face, and then go home and type it, just like Billy said.
What would you two
What's
do?
wrong, Fuzzy?
All right, what the hell would
Now
you
it's
say?
going to end up on the message board.
I was just agreeing with Billy. How a lot of them are two-faced that way.
Give me one person.
All right.
And slowly, like an idiot.
And he's pulling up his pants like it's the Wild West, and he's going to have a showdown.
That Taz guy, the same with Billy, he does similar things with me.
All right, so he's not nice to you on the board, but he's nice to your face.
Right, he's very nice to me here.
And at least he never slashed your tires.
That's
that
true.
can happen at any time.
You never know.
And also the skid mark guy on the board.
Are these your own skid marks or someone named skid mark?
No, he's got a message board name of that. Skid mark.
And what's he do?
He was very nice.
Would you please talk to us?
He was very nice to me here.
I want you to say, Frenchie writes in, says, I'm nice to his face, but I say awful things about him.
That's true. That is true.
All right, Al, this isn't about you. It's about Billy, okay? I want you to go lay down.
And type something on the message board about yourself.
And quit hiking up your pants.
I am good.
Like you're headed down the OK Corral.
You know, I'll point this out to you, Billy. If you ever go and look at message boards, no matter what the topic is, almost by definition, they're angry.
Why?
I don't know, but I've seen this on radio boards when you go to those alt things. Have you ever went to any of those alt things?
I know what you're talking about.
It's like althowardstern.com or alt
okay,
Dynamite.
I know what you mean now.
So you go and look it up. I looked up the Dynamite one day. Somebody sent me something was on there. They seem to be kind of obsessed with some of these shows, much like Billy's talking about, and yet never happy.
It's a complaint department.
Where our message board, honestly, all right, this...
And most of these people we've met. It's not anonymous.
You know what? I'll come back in here so I can punch you in the effing thigh. All right?
Nice thigh punches.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life. Come here. Take this shot like a man right in the thigh before I tell the story.
Oh, what a Charlie horse.
Because I don't want to punch him in the jaw. All right.
Can we flare chop him?
Ethne Boobs writes in, at a lights out party, Al specifically asked me to write good things about him on the message board.
Oh, what?
So I wrote about his Al dance. Isn't that enough? You're going around to people saying, please write something nice about me.
I'm sure I had many beers before I would
You're like
say
a
something
faggy
like
politician.
that. I'm gay.
Ow.
All right, Al?
I know that was the beers.
That
definitely.
is so low. And, and quit saying several beers. We know you only have 3 at the absolute most before you go nutso.
Unfortunately, Al's a hologram, so all he can lend is moral support.
All right, thank you.
That is low.
All right, Al, and when I'm done the show, I'm punching you in the other thigh to even it out. Because I know you got OCD.
And he needs to be symmetrical and even.
All right, Billy.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Number one, RonFez.net, not nearly as negative and set up that way by Carter and Jeff in the beginning.
See, they don't allow negativity between the other posters. If you post something negative about another poster, they'll ban you or something. But if you post anything negative about me, hey, sure, fair game. Go right for it.
How obsessed are you that you know all this stuff?
What is your problem, and why are you down there? I noticed at the end of the show, you're down there to read stuff about yourself.
I know. The rest of us try to have a post-show meeting. Your back is always to us.
I'm keeping abreast of what's happening. Somebody has to know what's going on.
You're keeping a breast of chicken in your bag to eat later.
See, the difference is, sure, Al, thanks for the support and blah, blah, blah. But the difference is I don't suck and I shouldn't be fired. So there's a big difference there.
Prove it.
What?
That you shouldn't be fired.
And fix your breast that fell out of your bra.
One night, Ronnie. One night. We all make mistakes.
It was one night that we got to see. There have been several nights before that we finally found out about. I'm not getting into your history.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
That was Jerry McColeman who said that. You can tell that's his voice. Listen.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
Listen to Jeremy trying to make his voice deeper for the announcements.
All right, let me take some of these calls. Hey, Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Billy, I don't know why you're getting so upset about it. Why don't you just get some more of your friends to post good things about you?
My name's not Al.
All right. Here's the thing. Melissa also wrote in, that's all Al talks about. Please say nice stuff about me, blah, blah, blah. You know something, Al? I'm effing embarrassed.
Can we do flare chops?
Yeah, take him in and give him a flare chop. This is supposed to be I'm annoyed with Billy night, and now I'm back to annoyed with Al. Hey, Sam, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Sam.
Yeah, Staples should be happy he gets any attention at all. He's like a fat, whining girl. Burn.
All right, now, Billy, you're getting attention, right, according to you?
Yeah. It's not the kind of attention I want. Ronnie, I stand up in front of people all the time. I do stand-up comedy. I'm not afraid to talk to people, to say, when you got something to say something to somebody. You know what? It's like, it's not
I'm eating a Thin Mint. Billy, I'm eating a Thin Mint.
It looks delicious, too, I might add. But you know what? It's ridiculous to hide behind a message board to say what you want to say. You got something negative to say, it's ridiculous. And it grows tiresome. I really grow weary of reading all this crap all the time.
Don't read it.
It's easy enough. Billy, this seems to be like just bigger problems, and you're taking it out on the message board.
Fezzi, I am very thin-skinned. I can't help it. You know what? I read something.
Now I'm hungry for Thin Mints again.
I take it personally. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am and the way I've always been.
All right, Ikea Boy writes this. Billy's just upset that they criticize Airsick.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
no. Because I just said it's got to be something more.
It's got to be Airsick.
No, I have no problem with people. Look, not everyone's going to like every song parody and stuff. Airsick's a very viable business. Got no problem with that.
If we could just get somebody to like one song.
You like the last one, Ronnie. That's all that matters.
What was that?
The Tuttle.
I did to the live version.
Yeah. You should use a little clip of our show in the live version. It works for Radiohead.
Right.
Everyone has opinions and stuff, but you know what? That's not a personal attack.
Okay.
It'll make you feel better. They're very thin, and you can pretend like you're a coin slot and you're putting coins in your mouth. That's what I do.
Look how happy he is now.
There, he's got a cookie.
All right. Well, now
he wants one for each hand.
Here from ronfez.net is a good buddy of ours, Dan from Hoboken. Does he write nice things about you, Billy?
Not usually.
He's so honest, that Dan. Hey, Danny, you're on the air, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay. I've always taken Billy with a grain of salt. He's a pretty nice guy, but he's coming off as a total thin-skinned, egomaniac hypocrite right now, and it's really annoying me that he's doing it on the backs of RonFez.net, the biggest supporters of the Ron and Fez show, and Billy's biggest and only supporters.
That is true. I mean, who supports us more than those guys? When we go to the gig, we met everybody from there. At the bar crawls, we met all those people.
Yeah, and they're nice to your face.
All the big ass cards we sent out.
And they're nice to your face.
But, I mean, they show up. That's a great situation.
Billy, you're in the public eye. You make a living going on the radio speaking your mind. You cannot just accept the good, publicity and shoo away all the negative. That's not how life works.
It doesn't mean I have to like the negative.
So don't read it. Don't agree with it. But you can't just say it can't exist. You can't just take the good and revel in the good and then poo-poo all the bad. I mean, that's not how life is.
Well, see, Dan, that's not the point. The point is, you got to read the negative to know it's negative. How else are you going to know it's negative if you don't read something first?
Well, you take it. You're reading negative. I mean, plenty of crap gets read about me negative. I don't go whining to my boss that I want to shut down. Oh, the board's
you
so
are a
mean
big
to me.
crybaby.
I'm not a
Dan
crybaby.
from Hoboken is right. You're an effing crybaby.
Yeah.
It's all you're being. Billy, there's an O&A sweeper about how unfunny I am. Do I go complaining I don't want to be on the show? They're jerks. No, I go back on the show and I throw it back in the ring. Same on Ron and Fez. There's a choke you.
Yeah.
Do I never call the show again? Do I complain every time it's called? Do I am Ron? Oh, they're doing the chokey again. No, I enjoy it. Because you know what? It's funny. That's what it's all about. And you are being a pussy right now by saying that you are above all this. And you're doing it on the back. You're slandering people who do nothing but support the show. And if you counted all the positive threads about you versus all the negative threads, you would see that you come out on top. But no, you have to whine and complain about this.
I'm sure I'm sure it'll be close. But there are people who like you, Billy.
Yeah.
But Paul?
Yeah, your best friend Paul Bond?
Of course he likes me. Of course he likes me. You know, and Dan
the other guy that you hooked up to say that you should replace Al, your T-shirt guy? Mad Dog? What was his name?
That's why you're being a hypocrite, Billy, because remember, I woke up a Saturday morning, there's a whole thread about what a conceited prick I was and how full of myself I was. And guess who it was by? It was by your friend, because you perceived me as saying something negative about you. So you put it out and didn't write it yourself, you had your friend do it.
First off, I never had anything to do with that. And you
say that.
Yeah, I'm saying it because it's the damn truth, and you have no idea otherwise. You know what? You can't call up here and say this stuff as being fact when it's not fact. You don't know that, and you shouldn't be calling up the station saying it's true. Where do you get off doing that?
It did happen.
It did happen. Doesn't mean
it took me 3.5 hours to find out. And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was
but
a long
that
time
still
ago.
pisses me off when I think about it.
That had nothing to do with me, all right?
Hey, listen, Billy, when it happened, did I complain and whine that it happened? No, I took it, you know?
Yeah, you don't have the opportunity,
But I don't go complaining later when people do the exact same thing. You can't be a hypocrite. You can't take it one way and not take it the other way.
What, have you heard me being hypocritical? Have you heard me come on the air and say how much I love when they say nice things about me on the board? No, you never heard me say that, so you have no right to call me a hypocrite. You have no right to call me a hypocrite.
I see Al doing the same thing, telling people to write nice things, then you had your friend write nice things about you.
I did not have anybody write nice things about me.
That is so low and embarrassing.
And I'll say this, Billy, your proudest moment, page 6, was basically written by your manager.
Of course it was, and I never denied that.
And you were so proud that day.
Of course I was, and I'm still proud of it. It's because of my manager that I got in there.
Get your manager to start posting.
He's good with the press releases.
He's good at New York posting.
It's good, Joe.
You like
Tell me a little joke, yeah.
You can have a cookie.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Look how happy
All right,
I am.
Dan.
Listen, Billy, I don't want to make this like some sort of big I hate Billy thing, because I don't. I'm not a person because you know I like you. But
What
you
they do,
can't-
they went and opened up the other side, you sons of bitches. I'm sorry, Dan. I just noticed half my other cookies are just traveling around here. Who opened them, Joe?
That's from a different box.
You're
That's floating around.
That is not.
But it's on the back of the neck.
I'm serious.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dan.
I have no idea what I was saying.
You're saying Billy was right and you apologize. No, I'm only kidding.
No, it's just you know. It's
Well,
a pet peeve.
Billy, would
He's
you
not-
apologize
Billy's
to
not
Dan?
the only one who does it. He thinks that he's above criticism. He can take all the positives. He can be like Mr. Happy, great guy. But the second
Dan,
someone says
where did I
negative-
say that I am above criticism? I never said that. I said I don't like it. You know what? You want to criticize? Fine. Don't hide behind a keyboard and a computer at home sitting in your underwear and do it. You got something
Do
to
I
say?
hide?
Say it to my face.
I'll say it right to your face. I'm saying it right now to your face. We might as well be face to face. It just, you know, happens to be we're far apart. I'll come in there in the studio and say it to your face. I'll go in the ring and say it right to your face. And that's even worse. Mr. Great Fighter.
Yeah, come in the ring. You'll make me look thin.
You want to step, Billy? You know, just put it in the ring. You know, you sit there like you're the tough guy, and you didn't beat up Paranoid. Paranoid crumbled.
Oh,
please. And you didn't fight him, and now you're a tough guy. You know, you want to stay someone who's not going to crumble. Stay someone who can take it. Let's go in the ring and do this. I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Dan, I'll be there in a heartbeat.
That's what this has come to?
That will solve it, you know.
Now, is that instead of the Horde King?
Or in addition to?
Line them up. Line them up.
All right, Dan. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Big crybabies. You know, I'm ashamed of Al, especially, for begging women to write nice things about him.
That is so awful. I'm never going to be able to get over that now.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WNEW.
The Raven says, isn't everything Billy is in?
It's exactly proving my point and what I'm talking about. Yeah, unfunny, loser. You know what? You're so full of crap. All these kinds of comments and stuff. This is what pisses me off. They don't know me from a hole in the wall.
All right, let me say that. Gus is saying, I don't need some feedback. Billy, why are you trying to separate your private life from your comedy? Your private life is funnier than your comedy. All right, now here's somebody wrote something nice about you. Rusty says, Weeble, you're the guy for me.
Oh, that is sweet. That is nice.
Somehow I don't think it's serious.
Billy, I think you're in a situation now with your private life, and I'm not going to go into that, but right now you're feeling very vulnerable, and you probably thought you had made some friends on this message board, and now you're thinking they were just fake friends because of what they post.
Yes, I think the proper term would be judgmental phonies.
Billy, you know what you've done tonight, right? With your comments and your aggravation that you've caused yourself here. Are you going to go to the message board tonight and read it?
Are you going to go apologize?
I already have been. I already checked. I was just like, you know what, and this is just what I expected. No, it's just exactly what I expected, Ron. You know what? It's like you give them a little bit, and they're gonna run, and they're gonna post, and they're gonna hide, and they're gonna be like, I'll do this, I'll do that. He's a puss. He sucks. La 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 la. Bunch of crap.
Do you want Al to ask the girls to post nice things about you too, like he did for himself?
Ron and Fez, 102.7